arena, we have full builds here. The GeForce RTX PCs and the GeForce ESports PCs. But, ano ba yung definition niya? Like, alam mo, like, in-adjust ko tayo. I was expecting a lot of gamers here. Like, I know a lot of gamers, but, of course, when you're recommending tech specs, specifications like that, hinahanap na tao is performance expectations.
Of course.
So, ano yung differences niyan? So, that is what we're here to establish. So, let's get started. Kanina may pinakita ng chart, si Sir Jerome.
Yep.
I want to get into that, like yung architecture, pero we'll go into that as we speak. So, there's really short time, and napakalawak ng subject to.
Yep.
And pag ginanahan ako, we'll be here until 6, wala yung pagkain natin, so, isip na natin.
As, bago tayo mag-start, BossMac, I'm not really that, ako naglalaro ako ng PC. I know a bit of thing, bit of here and there. Pero yan sila yung mga GPU, as well as yung mga kaibigan natin from the press. I think, could you tell us, una muna mga numbers?
Yeah.
Since we're doing the benchmark na, the numbers, the basics, GPU, CPU, FPS, all of that, what's happening?
Ang mga nilip PCs na pinakita, so we have T-Ring, so we have yung full quick play.
Yes.
Basically, inside of RTX, ray tracing. That was basically doon. Yung nakita yung numbers with FPS, that is performance expectations. They said, pag kumuha nito unit na to, you're guaranteed 170 FPS for esports, 60 FPS for gaming, and then so on and so forth. So we have those PCs right here. We have the 3080 PC, we have the 3060, and the 2060 right here.
May makapag out but yeah, Philippines game. Alright, girl. Alright, so when we say frames per second, BossMac, lagi yan. Isa yan sa keyword na hinahanap ng mga PC gamers natin, ang FPS.
So FPS is the basic form of measurement pagdating sa performance ng isang like gaming PC. Like FPS doesn't really answer. Like yung question ko sa'yo, I wanted to start with the question, how fast is the blink banana?
Base kung natutunan ko sa iyo, it's like 1,000 milliseconds.
No, actually, it's 300, 400 milliseconds, sometimes lower. Depende kung sino nag-COVID ng study. Pero universally acceptable, it is 300 milliseconds. 300 milliseconds. For example, you're looking at this one. Kita ba? It's, ito na lang. It's 19 milliseconds. So, 19 milliseconds. May mga video editor sa inyo. Certain gano'n matagal usually ang isang 40 video mag-render. O isang 1080 video mag-render. Like 10-minute video. Usually, like 10 minutes, then real time, di ba? 10 minutes. This feed is rendering this image in 19 milliseconds. It's faster to us. It's even faster on another system. But basically, that is one scene rendering in that fast. And imagine mo, that is happening real time in milliseconds. That is how FPS works. You're getting this image in movement, di ba? So,
Yep.
So, yun yung experience. So, that is basically yung concept of computer games. Basically, you're seeing a moving object na like dynamic, pwede ka mag-interact happening real time.
So for yung mga gamers like, more FPS, smoother, right?
You always hear yung saying na 60 FPS is, kailangan mo 60 FPS yung for gamer. It's not a hard and fast tool, but it is a good guide. Like, paano? But right now, you're seeing how fast yung target natin for the esports PCs. We're seeing games that are doing
144, I guess, minimally yung
higher, because we have
higher 500 FPS.
Yes, so like going back, this is the ultimate play setup. So we have RTX 3080, 3060, and 2060. And nagsarili na sila, hindi na sila pumunta. But yes, so anyways, let's see yung performance ng RTX 3080.
Okay.
Kasi ito yung importante rito pare. This is just one game. You may play, hindi naman ako ilalaro ng Cyberpunk, hindi ako makarelate dyan. Like what if, ano na nilalaro mo? What if, sa lahat of games, hindi naman bigyan ng example.
Back 4 Blood, lahat ng mga
PUBG.
Valorant, of course.
Gamers,
mga Valorant, mga ngayon, Apex Legends, Fortnite, mga RDS.
Hindi tayo matatapos pag-bilis na nila.
Madami, Elden Ring, all of those. But, playing them in high settings again. And syempre, nakadepende din doon. When you play at high settings, you get high fidelity pictures, of course. Yeah. So more enjoyable, more immersive yung experience mo, not just to consume the game, but also to create with it.
Yes.
Diba?
So, going back sa sinabi mo, pare, to experience, consume the game. Kasi nga, lahat ng tao may kanya-kanyang performance expectations. Like, may mga tao masaya na sa medium, 60 FPS, may mga tao masaya na sa high. So it really depends on you. But having the option, alam mo yung saying, parang sabihan ako, it's better to have it than never need it, or need it and never have it.
Yep.
That's the same thing sa gaming. Bakit kung 3080, hindi mo kailangan? That's not really always the case. What if may bagong game lumabas, 30 FPS ang game mo? That's really the case here. So yun yung gusto mo. So, ngayon, that leads us to the next level, which is RTX.
RTX,
Ray
yes.
tracing to be specific. So what is ray tracing?
So ray tracing, of course, yun yung process, alright, ng light. Alright, the RTX video cards and hardware ng NVIDIA mismo has specialized processors. We call them cores, we call them ray tracing, or RT cores. Yes, the RT cores na walang ginagawa kundi mag-process lang ng lighting na to. As you can see right here, that ambient occlusion or the shadows, the hit, kung paano mag-hit yung light so you can have like a Hollywood cinematic quality. And you can turn it on for even more enjoyable experience.
Ray tracing sa game.
Yes.
So,
As you can see,
i-storeboin ko lang kayo.
Yep.
Enable lang ng ray tracing.
At this image quality, ladies and gents, nakikita natin ngayon, the lighting is turned off. Meaning the light processing. So naka-turn off pa yung processors ng ray tracing cores. This is all default settings set at high. As you can see already, napakaganda naman ninyo. You can see how the light, process, how the light falls in the hands. And here you go. If you want to supercharge, alright, yung pag-process ng light, without any added, hardware, just turn it on. As you can see right here, if you can go to the graphic settings of Cyberpunk, they're doing it. Not yung ultra. Yeah, no. You can scroll down, yes, there's options. And hindi po siya exclusive ang ray tracing, hindi siya exclusive sa Cyberpunk. There are other games that utilize ray tracing or the ray tracing cores, the RT cores of RTX series of video cards. Like Minecraft, nakita natin kanina, the RTX, you can have Control, you have like, ano pa ba yung madami? The Tomb Raider, Shadow of Tomb Raider. Here we go. Is it turned on?
Yes.
Hindi masyadong kapansin-pansin dito because ang nung reso. But if you go there, mapapansin mo, like the light, the accurate representation. Could you, kahit yun yung pagtama dun, it looks like leather. So, the processing is like the physics itself of light. That is hindi possible yun, right, BossMac? Sa traditional rendering, you can't get this kind of image quality in real time.
It's really hard to picture it in this. You have to be involved in the
Yes.
unit. So kung tanong nyo naman dito, it would be better. But generally, a lot of you guys would really, alam mo ba yung realistic to something like that is faster. But the point here is yung performance. As you can see, we were doing 90 kanina on the 3080. I think around 59 to 60 dito. And unfortunately, we are sub 20 dito sa
20. This is the 20 series. This is the
Yes.
the old generation. Yeah,
Still very functional, but as you can see, like the newer games definitely are more demanding. It is bit yan. Not a lot of the older games will have this kind of requirements. So the newer games, definitely nag-i-improve sila. That is the reason why we have these generational updates. And may way pa rin to curb this performance penalty. Now we have to do this performance penalty. Bakit yung boss kung hindi worth it yan? Ayoko niyan, no? Of course, there is something that you can do. So 40 FPS will do something about that. 90 FPS will do something about it. And directly, 90 FPS needs sa 2060 will do something
Well,
about that.
let's take care of those dropping FPS. Kasi para sa mga friends natin sa press, kapag computing, we're using computing resources again, alright? Kasi mahirap i-compute lahat ng to. Pag paganda yung image natin, pahirap i-compute yan in real time na nire-render mo, nilalaro mo pa. So it might affect your performance. Well, the RTX platform, ladies and gents, has another solution para magkaroon tayo ng boosted frame rates without having system impact na kailangan mo pang palakasin lahat and kailangan mo upgrade. We call it DLSS or Deep Learning Super Sampling. It's an upscaling technology that utilizes another type of processor na present sa RTX cards natin. We call that the Tensor Cores. Alright? And it's available in Turing 20 series and RT and 30 series model. So yeah, you just turn it on, as you can see, diba? With a few couple of clicks.
Yeah. So it's enabled per game, so it depends again. There are games that support DLSS version 1 point something, then there's version that support DLSS version 2, then 2.3. Yung pinakabago natin will be 2.3. It fixes yung corrections dun sa edges, so hindi siya masyadong jagged, pero hindi mo mapa-coincide talaga yun. So kanina we were doing a lot of penalized performance. Right now we've seen performance. So usually kasi you drop 80%, then you rise again on the DLSS ka. That is the reason this technology was developed, to curb the performance penalty na usually nakikita mo rito. Bakit? Kasi eventually, this will be the standard in game development. Once games are all ray traced, you definitely are starting again. And imbis na, alam mo yung parang dati na lahat tayo ng games natin, 320 by 240, hindi na tayo pwede bumalik doon. That is the reason we have to do something that to maintain our performance expectations, which is 60 FPS, which is 170 FPS for esports. If your game supports this technologies, definitely you can enjoy this newer technology. So
look at the numbers kanina. This was single digits, right? This is an 8. This is the old generation, and this one kanina pumalo siya ng sub 40, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, but when we turn DLSS on, here's the thing about DLSS. Na-boost niya yung frame rates mo without changing anything and without the loss of visual fidelity.
That is true. So this is powered by, again, ang kwento mo kanina, AI deep learning.
It utilizes artificial intelligence. There's a whole science behind it na nasa drive version ng video card ko. But this is not software emulation, sirs and ma'ams. This is hardware-based processing mismo. Yan yung wala yan sa ibang older generations ng video cards. Makukuha lang yan sa RTX platform, sa 20 series, at 30 series. Pero definitely better with version 2.3.
Yes, it's 1.3 times faster. I think we can see that dito sa example for the 2060. We can see the 2060 doing, I think, 50% then 3060 natin. That's the advantage of a newer generation. So technically, mahirap explain in detail dito, but we're trying to communicate yung mga, sana yung nagpa may lalapit sa inyo. Like, ano ba silbi nung PC na advantage of one or the other? Of course, kanina, when you go straight faster, parang halos dikit yung dalawa eh, pero now you see yung advantage.
This one.
Yeah.
Lalo na to.
And again, I'm really sorry kasi ito lang yung demo na pwede natin pakita para there are, like personally for me, I do benchmarks for 28, 30, 35, 40 games. Ito isa lang to eh. Again, I can like, isa sa inyo, lapit ni BossMac, benchmark naman ng Valorant, benchmark naman ito. Iniwasan natin mag-benchmark ng esports game for 2 reasons. Una, online, pangalawa, kasi kailangan natin pumasok sa game. And ayaw natin makasira ng game ng ibang tao para lang mag-benchmark. So that's the reason we did not do benchmark for esports game.
But yeah, speaking of esports, right? All these technologies na available dun sa mga hardware natin. Ano yung impact nito for esports, not just also for casual gamers, but those who want to go pro sa esports scene, right?
Ang mention ko kanina, di ba, sabi ko sa'yo, nandito na yung PC expectations. So if you're a really fan, like purely, alam mo yung joke na, ang ganda naman ng mouse at keyboard mo, mahina ka naman. Alam mo yun, di ba?
Yes.
And what if it's the inverse? What if napakagaling mong tao, pero bakal ang PC mo? You're technically limited by the technology that you have. Very limited. Paano ka mag-grow? Paano ka magiging global esports talent na tulad nitong high-class yung nagtayo na nun?
Yes, of
Right?
course, yeah.
Correct. So, that is one reason why you want to upgrade to a newer PC or at least a modern one. And with that, of course, malalaman mo kung hanggang saan yung limit mo. You can go and go and go. It's basically learning by na without limit. Diba? Like, I think esports has come to a point na parang sapatos yan. Like, shoes are now developed with mga
3D printing
energy
technology.
return.
Yes,
That's the same way with computers. So, going back to esports, relating that to esports, we have yung GeForce ESports PCs natin together with the RTX PCs. Ang ganda nito, the RTX PCs are technically esports PCs that you can just go both ways. But purely RTX PCs and purely esports PCs for GeForce ESports PCs, you can play esports games and it will not limit you in any way. Then pwede yung level up to the next stage. Kasi nga, in esports, you want as fluid as possible. It doesn't have to be, what you call this, ray tracing. It doesn't have to have DLSS, but you will have reflex and other technologies from NVIDIA that will help improve your game.
Yes. And yeah, not just also gaming, but also syempre yung mga other applications nga natin since yung hardware natin is capable. Alright, this is not just for gamers, but you know, on the other half of it, we got creators. You know, we got artificial intelligence developers.
Nakalimutan yung figure kanina sinabi ni Sir Jerome. Well, we have figures for like the entire gaming industry. The gaming industry is right now a $300 billion industry. Sobrang laki. And then we have a lot of viewers, 105 billion.
Yeah, the viewers themselves is another story.
That is a big But for creators, we mentioned again the rendering capabilities
Yeah.
for 1 millisecond. But if you apply that to a process like Premiere Pro, the video result, luckily our Tech Studio supports those technology, and that is included with this. Then you have game-ready drivers. Basically, game-ready drivers are co-developed with the studio. Pupulis nila yung drivers. Kinopia ko yung chart sorry. Let me just give them an answer dito para may idea.
Habang hinahanap mo, so essentially, mga ladies and gents, all you need right now, nandito na sa pinaka-latest generation ng NVIDIA video cards. Lahat for consumption ng games, for casual gamers, for prosumers na talagang hobbyists nagsisimula ng mag-live stream. You can create, and of course, syempre, create with quality like that eye-popping graphics, mabilis, you know, the delivery time efficient.
Tignan ko yung chart ngayon, parang ang dami pala natin. Ang dami pala ng bullet points.
Marami.
It's really wide. It's really wide. Basically, you're getting all of this. It is included, and ang tawag nito is the gaming ecosystem ng NVIDIA GeForce. So this is the gaming ecosystem. Start with the architecture, right now we are the Ampere architecture. What is an architecture? Basically, it is how the GPU hardware is designed to develop doing like big anything like consumption, the rest, technology. So a lot of discuss. You can basically reach out to us para explain in yung details. It will really take a lot of time. What ako yung good pare? Closing thoughts mo.
What else is missing here? Yun na lang ang question natin. And the answer to that is actually, we'll leave it to you. Kasi as you can see, ito, lahat na. You can game, you can consume game, you can create game, you have optimized drivers for your applications, alright? You have optimized drivers for your games. You can have broadcast capabilities. You can have some optimizations with your camera, with your microphone, everything. There's GeForce experience. There's downloads and everything. So, yeah, to conclude, BossMac, I think we're not missing anything here. And also, our customers...
Gusto sana pakita talaga, it's really loaded talaga. It's really loaded.
Yeah, so I think that concludes our part for this one. We hope you learned something dito sa demos natin na to. We learned about FPS, you know, the basic unit of benchmarking, if we can say that, para sa mga gamers natin. And we're doing this to help our end users, the gamers, of course, the business people, the entrepreneurs, to make better decisions when it comes to purchasing their PC hardware and what to invest in this space. So, with that, we thank you, and I'd like to invite everyone na speakers natin. We're going to proceed with our Q&A session for you, of course, members of the media. And yeah, can we have, I think, that's it.